Hello, hi, this is Vignes here. Welcome to Plouta, your financial wellness hub. Today we have Sanjay, inheritance tax advisor. Today we want to look into do-it-yourself planning. Like a lot of people, they like to cut down cost and they're trying to, plan their own inheritance tax planning. What are the common mistakes you find in those kind of things, or how to avoid them? Is there anything wrong in doing that?
Yeah, so I would say what I would call DIY tax planning is lots of individuals don't often like to pay for advice. Mm-hmm. They very much like to pay for something they're receiving.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, so I've had clients who have come to me afterwards and they've effectively set up a trust. Okay. And they didn't pay for
on their own?
Not on their, so they've come to a legal person,
okay,
asked them, pay them a fee, can you set up a trust and put this in there? And they've obviously done that, so they paid for the service of setting up a trust, but they haven't paid for any advice on why the trust is needed, what's going into the trust, why is it beneficial. So they've almost like done the tax planning themselves, and they've gone to somebody for the legal application of it. And often these can end very badly. So I had an individual who had a property trust set up, so there was a property inside a trust. At the end of the day, because they had no tax planning inside of it done, there was rental income wasn't being paid into a trust bank account.
Okay.
The profits, the income was being reported on the individual's account. It wasn't being reported in the trust return.
Okay.
Because the individual had gone just to a lawyer and just set up a trust, they hadn't been given the advice on what actually this means and how this works from a taxation standpoint of view. So they had set up a trust on paper, but in reality of situations, nothing had changed. None of the legal documents had really changed over. The title deed hadn't changed over. The rental income was still being reported in their own name. Nothing had really changed.
Okay.
So the reality is they just signed a piece of paper that doesn't really do anything because they hadn't registered the trust, they hadn't done anything with it, and they weren't paying the tax correctly. So in the reality of things is nothing had really been done.
But how can a lawyer, without checking or without even advising them, go to an advisor? How can they do this?
Well, as in, I think you'll notice that trusts are seen as a very good buzzword for inheritance tax planning.
Okay.
And when a lawyer goes to an individual who maybe hasn't thought about everything or hasn't done the planning themselves, they just hear trust and they see inheritance tax saving. They don't really put two and two together. There's a lot more that goes into it. A trust doesn't automatically save you inheritance tax. But from a lawyer standpoint of view, and somebody who doesn't know tax all that well or doesn't know enough about tax, will just think that's going to save me money in the long run. Let's do it. They don't even get told how much, when, how does it all work.
Okay.
They just hear tax saving and trust and they go with it. And that's it. And they don't get told how it all works, what they need to be doing from a practical basis, how the taxation works on a yearly basis. They don't really get told everything. Yeah. They just get sold a product and that's all they do.
So basically, before you go to a solicitor, make sure you talk to an advisor.
Yeah.
And the advisor has to instruct the solicitor
yes,
on how to structure the trust, correct?
Exactly right. So what I would say is a tax advisor is not selling you on a product. At the end of the day, we will have meetings with clients who will come to us saying, I kind of want a trust. I want to do this and this. We sit down with them. We go through everything. We go, a trust isn't really beneficial. You don't need to do a trust. So you're basically paying a service and a fee to an advisor to give you the correct advice for the long-term planning. It's not about selling you a new product afterwards. When you go to a lawyer, they are making their money by selling you a product. We're not making any money by selling you a trust. Our fee is to give you the best advice for long-term planning, not to sell you something afterwards.
So what documents or what essential documents people has to carry before they go to, or what pre-work they need to do before even meeting you or a solicitor?
Yeah, so before they would meet a tax advisor, they would be looking at what they own and what their assets are.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, a tax advisor will give you inheritance tax planning on everything you own. So you really need a full list of everything you own, how long you've owned it for, what the market value of these sort of assets is. And then we can come up with a plan of what's very substantial in your portfolio and what do we need to look to move out of it and how is the best way to move it out. Is it to put it into a trust or is it to gift it or is it just to leave it in there? Because at the end of the day, sometimes tax planning can simply be, let's leave everything as it is, pay the inheritance tax at the end because the inheritance tax at the end might actually not be substantial and it may be cheaper to pay the tax than it is to do the administration cost with everything.
Let's say someone is using financial advisor. Still, do they need to get an advice from inheritance tax advisor like you?
Yeah, I would probably recommend it still. Obviously, there are some financial advisors who can give tax planning advice. It may not be substantial, but it may be sufficient. But at the end of the day, a financial advisor's goal is to make you enough, to make you money. That's their aim, that's their job title, right? They're going to make as much money for you as possible. A tax advisor is more about making you tax efficient, so you paying less tax on the amount of money you earn. So it's two very different goals. So obviously they're going to try and make it tax efficient in general from like income tax, but a financial advisor is probably not going to have the same amount of knowledge and in-depth ideas that a tax advisor is, because we specialize in this area.
And mostly your fees are like one-time fees, is that?
Yeah, so we generally charge a one-off fixed fee service, and that basically that is a full review of your estate, everything you own, and coming up with 2, 3, 4 different ideas on how you look to reduce this, either in the short term and the long term. And we kind of give you multiple different ideas, and we sit down with you, we have meetings with you, we have discussions, and we work out what the best for you is. Because from my experience, it's simply not just what's the most tax efficient option. And even there's multiple different areas, right? You can be tax efficient in the short term, but it might lead to more tax in the long run. But you can pay slightly more tax now, but you could be saving a £200,000 of inheritance tax in the future. So it's not just simply what's the most tax efficient way, but also there's also legal protection. So at the end of the day, someone might decide to pay slightly more tax through a trust, but it stops something, it increases the legal protection around it, and they might prefer that as a more beneficial route rather than just paying the least amount of tax.
So the key takeaway is don't do it yourself.
Correct, yes.
Don't go to solicitor straight away. Talk to a tax advisor, mainly inheritance tax advisor like Sanjay, or someone out there who knows what they're doing. They get the instruction done properly, then go to a solicitor who they can instruct and plan your inheritance tax properly so you can save money. I hope this video is useful, and thank you, Sanjay, for talking about this.
Thanks.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Vignes, founder of Plouta. If managing money feels confusing or just not made for you, you're not alone, and you are in the right place. Plouta is here to help you understand your money and build real financial freedom one step at a time. In this channel, we share easy to follow videos on things like budgeting, saving, investing, pension, and even how to plan your inheritance tax. Our goal is simple: to help you feel more confident and in control of your money. If that sounds useful, hit the subscribe and join our growing community of people on the journey to financial freedom. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.